Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om. Om Sahanavavato Sahanau Bhunakto Viryam Karavavahai Tejasvinabdhitamastu ma Vishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. So, we'll start Vishnu Sahasranama Bhashya from today. Vishnu Sahasranama Bhashya. We have been looking at the chanting. We have been practicing the chanting of Vishnu Sahasranama, and along with it, Bhagavan Bhashyakara's beautiful text of a commentary on Vishnu Sahasranama is there. So we decided to see this. Okay. So we'll see what Vishnu Sahasranama etc. is. But before that, today we started with Sahana Bhavatu. From tomorrow we will start the invocation shloka, the invocation verse which Bhagavan Bhashyakara has said in his text, introduction commentary text, that we will chant every day. Okay. Om Saccidānandarūpāya. Om Saccidānandarūpāya. Om Saccidānandarūpāya. kṛṣṇāyākliṣṭakāriṇe. 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 Okay. Kṛṣṇāya. Namo vedāntavedyāya. Namo vedāntavedyāya. Namo vedāntavedyāya. Gurave buddhisākṣiṇe. Gurave buddhisākṣiṇe. Gurave buddhisākṣiṇe. Gurave buddhisākṣiṇe. Om saccidānandarūpāya kṛṣṇāyākliṣṭakāriṇe. Namo vedāntavedyāya. Gurave buddhisākṣiṇe. Om saccidānandarūpāya kṛṣṇāyākliṣṭakāriṇe. Namo vedāntavedyāya. Gurave buddhisākṣiṇe. Namo Om saccidānandarūpāya kṛṣṇāyākliṣṭakāriṇe. Namo vedāntavedyāya. Gurave buddhisākṣiṇe. Okay. So, the name of the text is Vishnu Sahasranama. Vishnu Sahasranama. Vishnu is the name of the deity. Vishnu, we know, Shiva, Vishnu. So, Vishnu is the name of the deity. Sahasranama. Sahasra means 1000. Nama means names. Okay. So, Vishnu. Generally, people say Sahasranama, thinking that it refers only to Vishnu Sahasranama. There are many Sahasranamas. For every deity, there is a Sahasranama. For people who are not even a deity, there are Sahasranamas even for them, the new breeds. They just write some Sahasranama, copy paste something, because whatever you see here in the Sahasranamas, those words are seen in the other Sahasranamas also. So they decide, copy paste these things and make it a Sahasranama on some particular individuals. Now here Vishnu Sahasranama is not the only Sahasranama. There are other Sahasranamas, 1000 names, like Lalita Sahasranama for goddess. For Shiva, there is Shiva Sahasranama. And similarly for other deities also. Indra Sahasranama, Indrakhi Sahasranama, this Sahasranama, that Sahasranama. Any deity, there is Sahasranama. Durga Sahasranama, Saraswati Sahasranama, etc. So, the major 3 Sahasranamas are Vishnu Sahasranama, Lalita Sahasranama, and Shiva Sahasranama. Vishnu Sahasranama is little tough. When you chant it, there are so many Mahapranas where you have to use a lot of prana. Bhagada. Okay. We'll talk about that later. So, but it's fairly simple because there is a rhythm there. You can remember it. Not tough. But Lalita Sahasranama is tough. Though there is rhythm there also, but the words are so complicated, it is very difficult to remember. This 10-15 times you chant, probably you will remember it. Even if you don't remember fully Vishnum, Jishnum, Mahavishnum, Prabhavishnum, something, you will be able to bring in the next word, some idea. But there is no possibility. No connection between one word and another word. No relationship completely. Karanam, Karanam. You can say Karanam, Karanam. There is no possibility there. Shiva Sahasranama is the worst among it because you cannot remember even after chanting 100 times, 1000 times. There is no rhythm. There is no order in it. Very half-sad. But they say it is very superior. Maybe because of that. Anyway, Vishnu Sahasranama, this Vishnu Sahasranama we are going to see is from the text of Mahabharata. Okay, there are other Sahasranamas in other texts also, like Vishnu Purana, there is Vishnu Sahasranama. Other Puranas which are basically belonging to Vishnu have the Vishnu Sahasranama. But this we are seeing here is from Mahabharata. We can very clearly say Yudhishthira Uvacha, Yudhishthira asks. And who is the one who answers? Bhishma Uvacha. Bhishma is the one who is answering him. So, this is the idea. This Vishnu Sahasranama which we are going to see is from Mahabharata. Vishnu. Okay. Sahasra means, normally Sahasra means 1000. Why normally? Abnormally, what does that mean? You'll understand. Normally, generally, when we say Sahasra, it is 1000. But it need not be 1000. When you sometimes see, count it, here there is a 1000 names. In some other, you will not find 1000 names. There are somewhere around 600, 700 names. Sometimes 1200 names, 1100 names. You said 1000. Why are you selling only 700? You will complain there. And they in the other places, you said only 1000. Now why are you adding 2 more, 100 more? Anyway, we are very, very, very good at complaining. So we will complain whichever way. But the point is that 1000 is the first general meaning. Then the second meaning is 1000 is based on the logic called Nyuna Adhika Nyaya. Nyuna means less, Adhika means more, Nyaya logic. A logic of less and more. Approximately, that's the idea. Okay. But in reality, 1000 refers to asankhyeya, innumerable. Thousands. We said thousands. Thousands means does not mean only 20,000. Maybe hundreds, thousands. Thousands, billion, trillion, thousand, whatever. They all refer to as thousands. So here, thousands is innumerable. Asankhyeya. Okay. So Vishnu Sahasra Nama. Nama means names. So we see so many names here. We have to learn to pronounce them properly. Like Vishnu is Vishnu. Okay. Instead of Vishnu, you are going to say, if you are going to say Vishnu, then am I wrong? Oh, I won't say you are wrong. Am I right? I won't say you are right also. How can this be? Either I am wrong or I am right. See, I'll explain. You are talking about, you are taking the name of God. So everything here is Ishvara. If everything is Ishvara, like you have a target practice, a board, you throw the dart. If it falls in the center circle, then you have hit the target. That is the rule there. But in the Ishvara's creation, you throw the dart Wherever it feels, the circle is applied there. It's the bull's eye always. Then I'm right. No, I didn't say that. Why? Because Vishnu, if you pronounce as Vishnu properly, then you will gain the good result. If you pronounce it as Vishnu, will I gain bad result? No. You may not gain that good result. That is the difference. If you pronounce it properly, you will gain the good result. If you don't, because how can that be? I'll explain. See, some mantras, when you pronounce it in a particular way, like Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, 5 syllable. Now instead of Namah Shivaya, I am going to say Mana Shivaya. Mana Shivaya is also a mantra. Or any permutation and combination, 25 permutation and combination possible. Any which way you can chant Namah Shivaya, the result is different for each. How can that be? One form of goddess, when she is seen as Saraswati, she is the one who is bestower of knowledge. When you worship her as Lakshmi, you don't expect knowledge from her. You expect money from her. When you expect, when you worship her as Durga, you expect power from her. So the same goddess in different forms, when she is propitiated, she is going to give different results. Like a person in the form of father, brother, son, etc. behaves differently. Similarly, these mantras behave differently. So this mantra, the result, what is the result? Anartha, artha, you said, okay, good result and not so good result. What is the result? At the end of the text, the Bhishma himself says, this is what the 1,000 names of Keshava, Vishnu I have said. Now, if you are going to listen to this, hear this or chant this, even if you hear this, you don't have to chant, even if you hear this. Na shubham prapniyat kinchit somrutraiha nakmanava cha manavaha so amutra iha cha manavaha. Here and hereafter, this person will not gain any ashubha, inauspicious results. Nothing bad will happen for him or her or it or that, whatever. So, not just that. Vedāntako brahmanasya kshatriyo vijayi bhavet vaishyo dhanas samruddhasya shudra sukhamavapnuyat. Brahmin will understand the truth of Vedanta. A kshatriya, for warrior class, will gain victory. A business class person will gain wealth. And a shudra, a working class person, will gain happiness, peace. This is according to the Varna and Ashrama. He also goes on to say, Dharmarthi prapnuyat dharma artharthi chapnuyat arthamapnuyat kaman avapnuyat kami prajarthi prapnuyat prajam. If you want dharma, the vice, the virtue, then you will gain that virtue, the dharma. If you want not vice, arthi, wealth, you will gain wealth. If you desire for objects of desire, then you will gain that. Or if you want a son or progeny, you will gain that. Whatever result you want from this, if you will gain those. Wait, one text, so many results. That is the beauty. If you tell this to the Purvamimasaka, the people who are basing their philosophy on karmas of Vedas, they will say, oh, how can that be? That's a big, huge error called Artha Bheda Dosha, Vakya Bheda Dosha. Vakya Bheda Dosha means if you have one karma producing two results or more results, or two or more karmas producing one result, whichever way. One karma, multiple results. Multiple karmas, one result. whichever way. They call it a Vakya Bheda Dosha. Biggest of defects. They try to take measures to avoid that defect. Now here he says different results. How can you gain different results? It is simply like there's this text called Hanuman Chalisa. Hanuman Chalisa. In Hindi, there is a text called Hanuman Chalisa. Some people, while they chant it, they chant for something or other. But there are people who decode the meaning of Hanuman Chalisa as a mathematical equation describing distance between the earth and the moon and the earth and the sun, etc. They do that. So here also, whichever form you see this, you will be gaining that result. There is no doubt regarding that. Whichever form you want, whichever result you want, in that form you will gain that result. Now here we are going to see this text based on Bhashya. I said this already. In Bhashya, not just Bhashya, we'll read every statement, every word from that, and we'll try to understand each of those words and its meaning. There is a commentary on glossary on this Bhashya called, it's written by a very great saint called Taraka Brahmananda Saraswati. We will also take inputs from him. Not just that. There is another commentary on this same text by a Vishishtadvaiti, a person who does not accept Advaita as the philosophy. Partial Advaita, semi-Advaita we can say. Who accepts everything to be Vishnu. So, we will take inputs from his text also. Why do we have to take inputs from his text? The idea is, this is Vishnu Sahasranama and they take it verbatim. Vishnu means Vishnu. We don't accept that because we already saw saccidānandarūpāya. Bhagavan Bhashyakara very clearly, Shankaracharya Bhagavan, we call him Bhagavan Bhashyakara, very clearly at the first word establishes what I am going to say. I am not going to be dilly-dallying. I am going to say this straightforward. Saccidānandarūpāya kṛṣṇāya. Who is Krishna? Saccidānandarūpa. Satyam jnanam anantam brahma. Shruti very clearly says, Satyam jnanam anantam Krishna. Bhagavan Bhashyakara says. Instead of Brahma, he calls that Brahman Krishna. That's all. How can you be so sure? He says, vedāntavedyāya. You can be only understood to the Vedanta. Tanto Upanishadam Purusham Pruchhami. The Shruti very clearly says, I am asking about the Purusha, the self, which is known through the Upanishads. Okay, then what? Why this Vishnu Sahasranama? Yes, see, only Upanishads can give you the liberation. Bhagavan Bhashyakara will establish this later. But the point is, in every place he establishes, there is no need for going through this book. He is going to do that. At the beginning itself, at the onset, he says, vedāntavedyāya. He clearly says that. So, the thing is, only through the Vedantic text, this is also a Vedantic text in that way. So, only through a Vedantic text, you can understand the truth. But it's not a cup of tea for everyone. Everyone cannot understand the Vedanta. They have difficulties in listening and crossing and all that. For them, see, this is the best thing about Sanatana Dharma. This does not teach you have to follow the same tenets. No, there are no tenets here. For everyone, it is differently packaged. It is for you, it is listening to the Vedanta. For someone, it need not be that. So what is that possibility for others? Can I gain through it? You cannot gain through everything. All the path leads to the same goal of Vedanta, not anywhere else. You have to come to Vedanta. If your path does not lead you to Vedanta, you are wasting your time. Don't listen to those stupid statements. Our path leads to the same goal. It leads to the same goal, not the absolute, but to the Vedanta alone. Okay. Now, If you are not eligible to study Vedanta directly, then we will propose do the karmas prescribed in the Vedas. But I am not eligible to that. Okay, if you are not eligible, we will initiate you into a mantra. Chant that mantra. Chant that mantra. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. So small, therefore my mind is not able to focus on that. Okay, we will give you a shloka, a verse as a mantra. Chant that. Like here also, now I said, it's a small mantra, therefore I am not able to concentrate. But Devi, Parvati asked Shiva, Shiva, this is too big. Sahasranama is too big, 1,000 names. Do you have an abridged version? Like in today's world, when you read some news or some article, they have this AI which will ask a prompt saying, do you want a summary of this? So Shiva does the AI job. He says, okay, if you have difficulty in that, I'll give you one shloka. He says, Ramo Shri Rama Rama Rameti Rame Rame Manorame Sahasranama Tattulyam Rama Nama Varanane. One shloka over. Shri Rama Ramaiti Rame Rame Manorame Sahasranama Tattulyam Rama Nama Varanane. Sahasranama Tattulyam. It is equivalent to 1,000 names. One shloka. Or for Devi also. There are mantras. I don't want to. Okay. Anyway, so for every deity, there is one shloka which will act as a mantra. Now, you are not able to do that also. Okay. For you, Sahasranam, etc. are the best options. Just chant, keep on chanting it. You will gain the focus to come to one mantra, to come to the Vedanta. Because this instead of one mantra, Om Namah Shivaya, this has thousands of names. Om Vishnave Namaha, Om Keshavaya Namaha, Om Kṛṣṇāya Namaha. So many names. So more the results. Good result, of course. Okay. Now, no, I am not able to do that also. Okay. Join in a group where they do bhajans. Everyone chants along with. That's a bhajan. They have bhajan mandali and all. They all chant. With bhakti devotion, they'll sing songs all together. I cannot do that also. I don't know all these songs. Very good. There are bhajans which we call Shamil Bhaji in Hindi. Meaning, in Tamil we say Kootathala Govinda. Like they will say something and all you have to say is Govinda, 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 Govinda at the end. That's all. Nothing else. Or when you see chant Totakashtaka or Dakshinamurti Stotra, people don't know Dakshinamurti Stotra. They'll be just waiting. Shri Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. Then they'll immediately Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. They'll conclude it. So like that, even if you don't know that final part, you can chant it along with them. You're waiting for that, right? There is a concentration there. So in this way, that also is very difficult for me. Very good. You have service to Guru, to God. Do the service. Different ranges for different adhikaris, eligible seekers. Okay. Now, like I said, the text Hanuman Chalisa, a mantra from there is taken and explained as a equation for talking about the distance between earth and sun and moon and all that. Now, similarly, and we said this can lead to any meaning. How can one text give so many meanings? This is stupid. Either it should have to give me a proper meaning or no meaning at all. But you say different meanings. Whoever reads in whatever way, It gives that meaning. How is it possible? Simple. Bhagavad Gita is a text which is for Vedanta. But some people see the same Bhagavad Gita to teach bhakti. And other people, they say, no, it is not bhakti, it is karma. There are people who use Bhagavad Gita for management philosophy. This is happening. Bhagavad Gita and management. Similarly, somebody can do a text on this also. So we are going to use the tippani. We call it tippani. This text which we are using is compiled by this great man called Ananta Krishna Shastri. Mahaupadhyaya Ananta Krishna Shastri. Great man. Very great man. Compiling. He just took different text, read the proofread and printed it. What is the greatness? To find the proper characters and proper words, that itself is a very great thing. He just didn't do that. He has written an introduction saying this also gives the worldly logic. Some 8 logics he shows from the very Vishnu Sahasranama text. How can that make him great? He's seeing, instead of seeing Vedanta, if he sees Vedanta, we can call him great. But he is seeing something, some worldly ideas. How can you call him great? Not based on this. This is the same author thing. He has written. He has compiled again a text called Nyayamrita Advaita Siddhi. Nyayamrita is a Purvapakshi text. Dvaita. Advaita Siddhi is a text of Advaita. And Nyayamrita's, Vyasatirtha's disciple condemns whatever Advaita Siddhi says, and that is condemned by Brahmananda, who is disciple of Madhusun Saraswati. Advaita Siddhi, who is the author of Advaita Siddhi. He condemns that. So there is a text, Vedanta, Dvaita, Vedanta, Dvaita, Vedanta. Bringing them in the same page, the same ideas in the same page is very difficult. Today's world, it is maybe possible, but earlier you have to be very careful about the number of characters and number of things. This is all. It's all used. The printing machine used is not this. They use the lead machines. You have to compose. Very difficult. He did it then. Still, that also does not make him great. He wrote an introduction. He wrote an introduction to that, which is like a individual treatise. Beautiful introduction. That also, if you don't feel that it makes him great, at the end of every chapter, he gives you a summary of what Dvaita says, what Advaita says, and what is the Dvaita condemning that, and what is the Advaita which condemns that. Summary of all the 4 authors. Summary, each chapter. A very learned person. So he gives this idea, he takes this idea. You can see the same idea in the world also. There may be some proverbs based on this also. So he says, Amani, the first one is, Amani manado manyaha lokaswami trilokadhrut, from 13 probably. Amani manadaha manyaha lokam swami trilokadhrut. Amani. 93 or 30. Probably it's 13 because that's the order. Amani manadaha manya. Amani. Mani means egotistic. Amani means one who is not egotistic. Then if it's not 13, it is 93. Amani. Amani means one who is not egotistical. Manadaha. Manam dadati. The one who gives respect to others. He is not egotistical, but he is one who respects others. He is one who respects others. Manyaha is respected by everyone. One who is not egotistical but gives respect to others is respected by everyone. And Lokaswami, he is treated as great in the world. Lokaswami, the leader, the head of the world. Trilokadhrita, then he rules not just this world, he rules all the three worlds. One who is not egotistical at the same time gives respect to each and every person is respected and treated in highest regards. He is kept in highest regards by the worldly people. And this is the first. Second is Maheshvaso Mahibharta Srinivasa Satam Gatihi. Maha Ishvasa. Ishvasa means a good archer. One who is trained in the warfare, the armor usage. Maheshvasa, one who is good at that. He is Mahibharta. He is a qualified king. And that qualified king, for him, Srinivasa. Srinivasa is a name normally given to king people. Srinivasa. Srinivasa, men. Srinivasa means men. Shri means wealth. Nivasa means resides. That king is the person where the wealth resides. Okay, then if wealth resides with him, then he is going to enjoy it. Not just that. Not just he is going to enjoy. Satam Gatihi. Satam Gatihi. He is Gatihi is approachable. He is the path to Satam, good people, virtuous people. They go to him for help, aid, donations. So, one who is practicing the archery, etc., the warfare, he is a good ruler, and to him goes the wealth, and people who need it, who are in need of that, approach him. The good people approach him. Then, third one, Agrani Gramani Shriman Nyayo Neta Samiranaha. Agrani 37. Agrani Gramani Shriman Nyayo Neta Samirana. The previous one is 33. Here this is 37. Agrani. Agrani means one who is in the front. Agrani. Gramani means one who is the leader of the village. Shriman. Nyayaha. Nyayaha means one who is very logical, very law-abiding. Neta, he is the one who will take forward the village ahead. Samiranaha, and he is one who is a person who does not take sides. He judges properly. He does not, he is objective in his approach. There is no favoritism there for him. He is a Shriman. He is the one who is respected by everyone. Shriman, respected by everyone. Okay. Then, Aushadham Jagatas Setu, fourth one. Aushadham Jagatas Setuhu Satya Dharma Parakramaha, 44. Aushadham Jagataha Setuhu Satya Dharma Parakramaha. A person who is abiding by the truth, abiding by the Dharma of truth. Setuhu, he is like a bridge, bringing together people. And therefore, since he brings people together, therefore, Aushadam Jagata, he is like a medicine for the world. What is the best medicine for the world? Happiness. He is the one who brings people together and brings happiness to the people. Like this, there are other days we'll see this. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.